Hello everyone, this is my 5th video in the how to build the Prusa Mendel, and just want to show you a few things. I got my springs in for the Z-axis all thread rod, and I'll be showing those in a minute. But one thing I did want to show you was the diameter of this smooth rod. This is sort of important because if you get the wrong diameter, a little too large, a little too small, you're going to have either sloppy movement or you're going to have movement that's got a lot of restriction or resistance to it. So it's important to get the right size diameter rod. This rod measures 7.94 millimeters. And that fits the linear bearings very well. It's not too sloppy, it's not too tight. Okay, thing I want to show you now, here's the springs. They've got the right tension on them, and I'll just give you a measurement in millimeters on these. It's about 40 millimeters, somewhere in there. Okay, and the heat shrink I was talking about to go over the nuts, you want to make it make this the top and not the bottom. That way the spring can ride on this and sort of shock absorb the nut. And all you do, use my little torch here, just heat shrink it on. So there's that one. Got one more. And you can make these a little shorter if you want to. I made them a little bit long, just to try something new. My other ones were a little shorter on the other Prusa Mendel that I built. Okay, there's that. So they turn freely, and it protects the threads, it protects the nut. You can hear that it needs grease. And then the spring slides right up on it just like that. Works very well. Okay, the next thing is to load them in to the X-end. And you just press them in like that, and it takes up a lot of the slop inside that plastic. So you put a nut on the bottom, and then you load the spring to about right there. Of course you have to pull it in a little further to get it to load right. Okay, that's loaded, and that's all you really have to do. Just have it up just a little bit above the plastic line there, and the bottom held in by the plastic, and the top held in by the plastic and the spring, so there's no up and down play in this anymore. That spring holds enough tension on it to where it's going to make it turn and not move up and down unless the rod turns. So this one's ready to go now. Same thing. Preload it. And there you go. So that's done. Now you want to make them about the same height. That's close enough for now. Okay, notice I did take the motor out. I need to shorten the heads on these bolts a little bit because it was making the motor turn this way, so it would make the belt almost come off the gear. So cutting the heads off these a little bit will allow the motor to come back this way, so the belt will not fall off the gear. Now we got to put nuts for the lower bearings and a washer. Slide these up a little. And put your bearings right here and hold them in place, and then so wiggle this thing in there. Okay. Have to slide this out a little bit. Smooth rods. Okay. Now these smooth rods, you can go ahead and push down. Try to align them into the bearings. Okay, that one's all the way through. That one's all the way through. Wipe the excess grease off. These bearings, you're supposed to lubricate them before you put them in. Now, push this rod down flush on top. Now, I'm going to go ahead and slide it up into the coupling. The only way you can really do that is turn this bottom nut. Get it to align a little bit. You can actually see in these cuts in this coupling where that shaft is. Like I said, you want to give it about a 3/8 of an inch into just where you can see the top of it, right on the cut there. So that should be good enough. Now these are ready to tighten up. And this is the part I was telling you about. It mounts right in here. for the Z-axis opto end stop. Okay, so next will be, this is why I always have parts left over. This goes in here. It's not a big deal. All you do is just take it down. Just give it enough room to screw into there. A little bit. Just snaps right in. It goes like that. Okay, there's the bottom. So that's going to go just where there's a little gap between the coupling and the top of the plastic. In there. Go. That wasn't so bad. Okay. So these are ready to tighten. And I have to raise it up a little bit because the hot end is hitting the heated plate, which isn't a big deal. It's just Need to raise it up a little. Okay. That's it for now until I get the motor set up, and then I'll show you how to square up everything and tighten everything down. Well, see you in my next video.